This is the entrance to Cetti Bay, going down to Sella Bay. Here we go, buddy. This is it to the extremes. Believe it or not, this is us. Ooh, baby. This is one. Boom. Woo. Woo. I'm here. This is a sliding expedition. Here we are. Grand Canyon right here. This is it. This is sliding expedition. Here we are. This is pretty crazy. Babe, we're going that way. We're almost there. Just think about it. We're there, and then we're gonna hike back to Sella Bay. That's Cetti Bay right now. Here we are. And remember, in that area, a priest, Tunia, died by the Chamorros who were in that village. Pretty fierce, pretty fierce, pretty fierce. Alright, that's it for now. Shoo shoo! This is a rare plant, noni. This can cost 50 bucks if it was concentrated into medicinal usage. That's how we do it here in Guam. Fuck yeah. Me and the noni.
Wait, so some of the trees that you passed while you were heading down there, gatgo trees, or excuse me, galgo trees, ironwood trees. It's a pretty
mangroves over here.
No, it wasn't mangroves. It was kafu. It was pandanus. So those were the leaves that ancient Chamorros, and you'll see more of them in the river area that they used to weave things. That was a good strong fiber. There was also noni trees, if you saw it. Yeah. There were some wild orchids. But now we're in a completely different ecosystem. Now we're in the river. So now you'll see completely different types of trees. There was no coconut trees on the hill. Now there's a lot of coconut trees here. One of the most important trees that you'll see here is the pago tree, which is a wild hibiscus tree. And that's a very good wood that ancient Chamorros used for making the outrigger for their canoe. So when I say Cetti was an ancient Chamorro village. Chamorros didn't live up there because there's nothing up there for them. But down here, as we walk along the river, we'll see that there would have been plenty for them to eat or for them to use, and this is a much better place to live.
All right, this is river madness right now. We've been here for about an hour approximately, and it's pretty crazy over here. A lot of bugs, a lot of water's really cold, very rocky. As you can see, I'm kind of stumbling around. There's the crew over here. Look at that pretty woman over there. Here we are. River madness. River madness. Woo. We just finished the lecture, but now we're going through the hike. I'm keeping you as top as I can, away from the water. It's so itchy right now, but it's best just to ignore the scratches and pains of the itchiness of the mosquito bugs. Ramel, are you okay? Okay, shit. This guy's nuts. This is how you catch malaria. Thank goodness we have vaccines for that shit.
So one thing about bamboo is that it grows really, really fast. And so if you need to build something really quickly and you need a lot of it, you can always use bamboo. One of the nice uses of bamboo is that if you see the joints in the bamboo, if you cut the bamboo in a certain way, you can use the area between the joints as a thermos. So even Chamorros up until before World War II, they would, on your ranch, you would cut a piece of bamboo in such a way, and then you would fill it with tuba, or you would fill it with water, and then you would take it with you to your ranch. It was called a bongo.
That's how this is like freaking earth bending at its finest. This is what Professor Babako says. The tree apocalypse. Boom, 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 boom. What the fuck? This is pretty crazy. Here we are. We finally made it. This is Cetti Beach, right? Cetti?
Yeah, this is Cetti Bay.
Cetti Bay. Here we are, buddy. This is it. This is it. We made it. Victory! Yeah! Cetti, and we're still gonna cross over there to go Sella. Here we are.
That's alright. That's even better. If for some reason you couldn't get fish at sea, you could always turn to the river. The river was full of shrimp, fish, and eel that you could always eat too. And dead frogs. So as I said before, this was Opti. This was the village of Opti. And so the Spanish, when they first came here, they put a priest down here in this village, and when things started turning against the Spanish and the Chamorros started fighting back and resisting their attempts to colonize them, they killed the priest here. And it was told to other priests, because the priest had like, I can't remember if it was 6 to 8 soldiers with him. And so they were like his bodyguards, because he was far away from Pagatna, where the main Spanish forces were. And so he had all these bodyguards. They were trying to escape from the village because they knew that the Chamorros wanted to kill them. And so they actually came down here on the beach here. And so they were running, trying to get away. Chamorros came out of the jungles. They came out from all sides, and one by one they slaughtered all of the soldiers, and they killed the priests too here on the beach. But for some reason Chamorros told the Spanish that, and the Spanish wrote that down. Okay.
It's cool, dude.
And so one other thing is that so we're gonna be walking down that way towards Sella Bay. If we walked around that way, we would get to what's known as Fua Bay now. And so in that bay, according to the Spanish, every year Chamorros would have a huge celebration. They would come from all over the island and they would have a huge party in that bay, because there's a rock in that bay that they say is the body of Fauna. If you remember who Fauna is?
Oh, yeah.
And right so that... And so, sorry we're not going over there today, but if you ever get interested, you can go over there and see that rock. We're going to see another freaky rock on that side. I don't know what that rock is though. Alright, you guys ready? That's it.
This is what we call Immaculate Rock, or Fertility Rock, we're trying to assume. It's pretty nuts at this point. We've been walking for 30 minutes, rough estimate.
Feels like an hour.
But to some people it feels like an hour. It seems almost as accurate as well. Right now, minor intertidal zones around here. Really don't know what that stone is for, but hey.
So congratulations, you guys made it to Sella Bay.
This is Sella Bay, alright!
And so over there, you have the Spanish Bridge. So Sella Bay was an ancient Chamorro settlement, and so soon I'm going to take whoever wants to go back over there so we can see some latte. There's still some latte standing back over there. But this bridge was built by the Spanish because this right here used to be where the road was about 300 years ago. So the road from Umatac north, it would come along here. So obviously the road has disappeared, but the bridge is still there. And it was obviously put together very well because it's still standing. A lot of other things that the Spanish built fell apart because of earthquakes and typhoons. Yeah, because they suck. But so it's called Sella or Sedja now. It used to be called Sidza. That's the Spanish wrote down S-I-D-Y-A, Sidza. And so it was famous for having the only female leader of a village that the Spanish ever wrote down.
I got a bold head.
This is it. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we came here for. A damn bridge. Alright. Ooh. This is Russell. Hidden Adventures. Here we go. Going back into the abyssal zone of the jungle. We're gonna find ourselves some crazy ass latte stones that we're not going back until we see them. This is it. Wait a minute. Whoa. This is it. Ancient Chamorro latte. What is this part? The hilig, or what is it called?
The bottom is the haligi.
Halig, there you go. This is the top right here. Kind of just fell out of proportion.
And on the other side there's a loose one over there too.
Chamorro latte stones.
Chamorro latte stones. Pretty crazy. We came, we discovered it, we found it. Ancient latte stones. Here you go. These are the haligi. The portion, the top parts have been fallen off already. And it just gets better here.
But actually when you go throughout the jungle you'll see some stones like this. I don't know why. Already knocked down.
This is Russell signing off. Hell yeah. Finish.